by the way, it's 52 years before your First World War, there were very few cars on the road. Now, the little primitive cars on the road do not look like modern cars as you know it. They were horse carriages, minus the horses. Instead, they put a primitive engine to power the little horse carriage. They consume very little they consume very little petrol. Now, with petrol prices going up, you will appreciate those primitive cars. Now, what happened in those days? When you want to start the car, you do not press a button on the key. You have to climb the engine up. And if you are the passenger in the horse carriage, you go boom, 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 boom. Yes. Now, those were the days past when cars were first invented. And their top speed is only 30 kilometers an hour. And that's very fast in those days. It's equivalent to our F1 today. Even our fastest runner, Usain Bolt, run faster than that. Now that was the era when a young man was born. His name is Raplh Chestnut Smackley. Now all of you will know from the very start, this young man grew up. At the age of 27, he graduated from a university called Wesleyan University in the state of Illinois. When he came out to work, he's so quiet, so timid, he dare not speak to strangers. But he noticed one thing, among the graduates at that time, has no confidence in speaking. So plucked his courage, he went through and told his boss, I am going to throw a banquet party for all these young people graduating, age about 20 years old. He said, okay, go ahead and do. He got all the people to have a party. But at that meeting, he realized that he has no money and they have to entertain them with food and drink. He told all the young boys, you go back, tell your mother, go and prepare food and bring to the meeting. And all of them complied. He tell the mother, and then on top of that, he tell them, bring 15 cents to buy champagne drinks. It's all it cost them. So they gathered together, they were having a great time at the meeting. And he told all the young boys, now this is also practice for all of you. At the meeting, each one must propose a toast. And everybody started going up to propose a simple toast, 1 or 2 sentences. Now at that meeting, Raplh Smackley called his boss, the General Secretary of YMCA Bloomington, to come down. And he saw, he was amazed at these young boys, full of energy, having fun. Hey, you guys are behaving like Toastmasters. Immediately, Raplh said, hey, that's a wonderful idea. And that was the day it was born, in 1905. 19 years before Santa Ana. Now, all Toastmasters think that 1924 was the first meeting. It is not. Raplh Smackley started way back in 1905 as a young man of age 27. And what he did was, when he started Bloomington, the first Toastmasters Club, he encouraged the young boys to come forward. And the young boys benefited. Hey, now I'm confident to date my girlfriends. I can speak better. So that was the first benefit. However, within 2 years, Raplh Smackley was transferred to another town in Illinois, up north in the small town called Freeport. Again, when he arrived there, he started the same thing. again he got all the young boys together and started the second Toastmasters Club. And he did it for 3 years. Again he was transferred to another town on the east side of Illinois called Rock Island. There he stayed a bit longer, 3 years. And finally, after 3 years, he was transferred out of state of Illinois. He went to California, San Jose. Before he went to California, he was in Rock Island for 9 years. Now, he was thinking, since I'm here for 9 years, I better settle down. So he got married to a lady called Frances. And they bore one child. The girl's name was Betty Smedley. Later married to a man called Stevenson, so her name became Betty Smedley Stevenson. That was 1950 when he had a family with a beautiful daughter. Soon after, 4 years later, he was sent to San Jose, California. And then he taught them to start another club. So all in all, there were 4 clubs formed. Finally, in 1922, he landed in Santa Ana. He wanted to start. Then the YMCA people said, hey, stop, you cannot start because the building is under renovation. There's no room for you. So he waited 2 years. Finally, on October 22nd, 1924, he held a meeting. But at that meeting, there were 20 members. They are not young boys anymore. They were young people at the minimum age of 30 to 50. The reason why he is aiming for the mature group because among them were senior administrators, senior managers and lawyers to officially register the club so that it will not fail. He realized for 19 years, 4 clubs, each time he leaves the town, the club collapsed. He saw by himself, no good leaders because Raplh's family was the only leader. So this time, he told everyone in Santa Ana, I will not allow this club to collapse. So we better register it officially with the lawyers on board. So that club grew. And we all know from there, 1924 until today, 2012, it has spread around the world, covering how many countries?
116.
116. In October, 117 will come out. The 117th club will be formed. Now, ladies and gentlemen, the reason why I tell you this first part of the story of 19 years before the official date, 1924, was most significant in this man's life. Through failures, through trials, through tribulation, this gentleman did not give up. Now, reflect it to our lives. How many failures in our lives do we give up? I cannot. Not possible. Added one more thing. In 19 years, this gentleman used his money, used his time, used his effort to fund this club, 4 clubs. This is a true altruistic man. Raplh Smedley showed a shining example for all of us to follow. And today, we are here because of him. Fellow Toastmasters, as we learn the skills of Toastmasters, we are very fortunate today. We get manuals, guidelines. In the early days, he has no manuals. When you come to a meeting, you are given a sheet of paper. In those days, they call it mimeograph. Before printing, he has to write it out and then get a printer to print it out. We are very fortunate, very lucky. Reflect back, I ask all of you, learn this example and apply it to ourselves. How dedicated are we? How diligent are we in wanting to improve ourselves? And today, he has produced 35 world champions. And everyone, if you look across the board, everyone who is a champion, started as a shy, introverted person, afraid of looking at people. That is the first quality of a true champion. So, we have this opportunity, and I thank Raplh systematically for giving it to us. I want to end it. May He smile upon us